Welcome to Raj Malhotra's IAS Academy. I'm Surbhi Sardana and this is Prelim Sprint 2022, where we will be discussing the most essential topics you need to learn to crack prelims this year. Yesterday we discussed important reports and indices of major international institutions. Today is the second part of that series and we'll be covering the left out reports and indices that are important from examination point of view. So moving on, the first one is the Sustainable Development Goals Index or the SDG Index 2022. So what is it? है क्या ये? Sustainable Development Goals क्या हैं? Bold commitments हैं. There are some commitments towards saving the अर्थ की एक सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट ऑर्डर की तरफ हमने मूव करना है. सो देर आर 17 गोल्स विच आर गिवन बाय द यूनाइटेड नेशंस. पहले मिलेनियम डेवलपमेंट गोल्स होते थे, उनको कंटिन्यूएशन में रखने के लिए सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स हैं. तो उन सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स की इम्प्रूवमेंट देखने के लिए, टू चेक द इम्प्रूवमेंट ऑफ achieving sustainable development goals, what all things have been done by all countries and कौन सी country कहाँ stand कर रही है वो goals achieve करने में, timely achieve करने में. So that is this index is about, that is what this index is about. So the first thing that you have to remember here is that it is compiled by Sustainable Development Solutions Network. SDSN इसको compile करता है and this index is released by this particular organization. It frames the implementation of 17 Sustainable Development Goals among UN member states in terms of 6 broad transformations. तो ये goal wise assess नहीं करता, 6 broad transformations हैं, 6 ऐसे areas हैं जहाँ पर assessment है. This is very important because there is a Sustainable Development Goals India Index also, जहाँ पे हम लोग states और union territories को rank करते हैं. That is according to goals, but this is according to these 6 dimensions, this particular index. These are education and skills, health and well-being, clean energy and industry, sustainable cities and digital technologies. So all these 17 sustainable development goals have been summed up in these 6 dimensions. So this is something you have to remember. Now what is the rank of India? Earlier the rank of India was 117 आउट ऑफ 165 कंट्रीज़ जो कि यूएन मेंबर स्टेट्स ने अग्री किया है 2030 तक सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स अचीव करने का. सो वी हैड 117th रैंक अर्लियर, बट नाउ वी हैव स्लिप डाउन टू 120th रैंक. 3 रैंक्स हम लोग ऊपर चले गए. दैट इज़ अ बैड परफॉर्मेंस. 3 रैंक्स हम लोग आगे चले गए एंड एट्रीब्यूटिंग दिस दिस डिक्लाइन इन रैंकिंग टू द कोविड-19 पैंडमिक. सो काफ़ी कंट्रीज़ एक्चुअली पीछे गई हैं इस बार. एज यूजुअल फिनलैंड हैज़ टॉप्ड द रैंकिंग्स इन मोस्ट ऑफ दीज रैंकिंग्स विच आर अबाउट सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, एनवायरमेंटल कंजर्वेशन और अ हैप्पी लिबरल एनवायरमेंट. स्कैंडिनेवियन कंट्रीज़ उन्हें हमेशा टॉप करती है, मोस्टली स्कैंडिनेवियन कंट्रीज़, Switzerland and Singapore from this side. So that is something you can take a hint from when you are answering your questions. So Finland is the top country, followed by Sweden, Denmark, Germany and Belgium. First 5 rankings important उतनी नहीं है. Just keep that in mind that Finland has topped the ranking. And since 2015 it is for the first time that all countries showed a reversal in progress. Pandemic की वजह से काफ़ी policies कुछ countries launch नहीं कर पाई थी and काफ़ी उनको investments अपनी industrial area में करनी पड़ी, जिसकी वजह से वो sustainable development goals को adhere नहीं कर पाए. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, East and South Asia, they have shown progress on sustainable development goals more than any other region. This is very important, that which are the regions, which region is the one which has shown the highest progress. So it is East and South Asia on a regional level, and there are 3 countries, surprisingly Afghanistan is also part of them, which have shown the highest progress since 2015. So see, progress का ऐसे नहीं, if a country, for example Finland is at a score of let's say around 90, तो 90 से 91 हो जाएगा, 100 तो नहीं होगा ना. While if Afghanistan is at a score of 10 and it improves to score 20, so it is a double increase, double हो गया एकदम से. So that's why जो जिन countries का already performance low होता है, उनकी जो improvement होती है, the change and improvement, that is very high. So Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Ivory Coast are 3 individual countries that have progressed most on the Sustainable Development Goals Index since 2015. So this is about it. Now we'll be moving towards Sustainable Development Goals India Index. So what is it about? And let's see what are the details of it और इसको compile कौन करता है. सो दिस इंडेक्स इज़ कंपाइल्ड बाय नीति आयोग. जो डेटा होता है वो मॉस्पी देता है, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स एंड प्रोग्राम इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, बट इट इज़ कंपाइल्ड बाय नीति आयोग इन कोलैबोरेशन विद यूनाइटेड नेशंस. अब क्राइटेरिया क्या होता है? देर आर 17 सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स. इन सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स इंटरनेशनल इंडेक्स जो कि हमने अभी देखा उसमें पैरामीटर वाइज और 6 डायमेंशंस के अकॉर्डिंग रैंकिंग अलॉट की जाती है. बट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर इंडेक्स रैंकिंग इज allocated on the basis of performance in particular index. For example, here as you can see, this is the goal wise top states. So 1 to 16, 17 sustainable development goals है, but 17th goal is about inter-country collaboration to achieve sustainable development goals. तो 17th goal में तो ranking नहीं हो सकती states और UTs की. So on the basis of 16 sustainable development goals till goal 16, एवरी स्टेट इज़ रैंक्ड. हर स्टेट की परफॉर्मेंस मेजर की जाती है, उन्होंने कौन सी ऐसी पॉलिसीज़ लॉन्च की है, क्या उनका गवर्नेंस स्ट्रक्चर है कि जो एक पर्टिकुलर गोल की तरफ उनको वो अचीव करने में हेल्प कर रहा है. नाउ नीति आयोग हियर हैज़ twin objectives. दो objectives हैं. First of all, the first objective of नीति आयोग is that all these sustainable development goals are adopted by states and union territories in policies which they bring up. And the second thing is to promote cooperative and competitive federalism. जब ये रैंकिंग होती है उसके अकॉर्डिंग उसको देखकर और स्टेट्स भी मोटिवेट होती हैं अच्छा रैंक लाने के लिए. सो वहाँ पर इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बढ़ती है. जो सिटीजन्स होते हैं उनमें एक प्राइड की फीलिंग होती है दैट वी हैव द best health or best environment in the entire country. So this is about competitive federalism, and this is the mandate of Niti Aayog when it is bringing this particular ranking. It is based on the national indicator framework of Ministry of Statistics and program implementation. अगर आप इनकी वेबसाइट पे national indicator framework पे जाएंगे, so you will get all the details and data of what every state is doing. The sustainable development goal India index also ranges from 0 to 100 का score होता है, and the score of India has also increased and most states have moved from the lowest category towards better category. So there are 4 categories जिसमें evaluate किया जाता है according to the scores. So the first one is 0 to 49 वाला score, that is these are known as aspirant states. The next one is performer 50 to 64 का score, and front runners have 65 to 99 score, and achievers have 100 score. As of now कोई भी स्टेट अचीवर नहीं है. नो स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरी हैज़ द स्कोर ऑफ अचीवर. कोई भी 100 स्कोरर नहीं है. एंड प्लस एस्पिरेंट स्टेट्स काफ़ी थी. व्हेन इन 2018 we brought up this national level index. Aspirant states were there, but now they have moved to the higher category performer states. So in case a question is asked, so you should know that currently there are no states in the aspirant and achiever category. So this is something you have to remember. Chandigarh is the top performer in UTs, which is followed by Delhi, and Kerala, like always, it is the top performer in states, which is followed by 2 states with the same rank, Tamil Nadu and Himachal Pradesh. So top ranks याद रख लीजिएगा जो framework है वो, and details of rankings are here. किसने improve किया है, कौन पीछे गया है, that much is not important because UPSC में इतना नहीं पूछा जाता है. So here we have a list of goal wise top states and UTs कि कौन से गोल में कौन सी state या UT ने top किया है. So you can check that Kerala ने कितनी goals में top किया है. That kind of, for remembering for all the 16 indices is not very important, but just go through it in case a statement is put in, and it can help you to reach the right option. The next one is the SIPRI report, and let's see what it is. So SIPRI is the name of an institute. It is the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. It is based in Stockholm in the country of Sweden. तो ये करते क्या है? It is basically a research institute. Peace research पे काम करते हैं. What is peace research? It gives data analysis and recommendations for armed conflict, military expenditure, and arms trade as well as disarmament and arms control. Policy recommendations देते हैं. हर साल डेटा कंपाइल कर देते हैं इन फॉर्म ऑफ अ रिपोर्ट, और फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम, नॉट ऑन एनुअल बेसिस. सो दे जनरेट अ रिपोर्ट कि कौन सी कंट्री या कौन सा रीजन, ग्लोबल रीजन, कितना स्पेंड कर रहा है मिलिट्री पर या अपनी आर्मी पर या मिलिट्री मेंटेन करने में या जो डिफेंस वेपन्स होते हैं उसके ऊपर. सो दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कंडक्ट्स रिसर्च ऑन दैट एंड इट शोज द इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज ऑन such expenditure. Its purpose is to conduct scientific research in issues on conflict and cooperation of importance for international peace and security, with the goal of contributing to an understanding for the conditions for a peaceful solution of international conflicts and sustainable peace. So basically the idea is कि जितना military spending होता है उतना हम पीस से दूर जाते हैं. जितना एक कंट्री वेपन्स एक्वायर करती है उतना चांसेस हैं कि यू नो द अदर कंट्रीज विल ऑल्सो इंक्रीज द डिफेंस एक्सपेंडिचर. सो इट हैज़ बीन सीन दैट वर्ल्ड मिलिट्री एक्सपेंडिचर इट पासिस $2 ट्रिलियन फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. एंड दिस इज सरप्राइजिंग क्योंकि GDP of all the countries in the world due to COVID-19 pandemic it has gone down. So GDP अगर कम हो रहा है तो जो डिफेंस एक्सपेंडिचर है that should also go down. And you know the government should not be spending on defense expenditure, they should be spending on welfare policies. But this is surprising that military spending as a share of GDP reached a global average of 2.4% in 2020, which has increased from 2019 by 0.2%. 2019 में 2.2% था, but now it has increased to 2.4%. So that is surprising. And 2.4% is a lot. Global GDP का 2.4% तो armies, military और you know arms, weapons खरीदने में जा रहा है. So what are the which countries are the largest military spenders? So just hold on and see. In the first 5 countries of largest countries which spend on military, largest military spenders, India is a part of them. The first one is United States with 39% of its 39% शेयर है उसका. ग्लोबल जो टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर हो रहा है उसमें यूनाइटेड नेशंस का 39%, ऑलमोस्ट 40% इज डन बाय यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स इटसेल्फ, नॉट यूनाइटेड नेशंस. 13% इज हेल्ड बाय चाइना. India has 3.7%, that is close to 4% of the entire trade or the entire military spending all over the world. And Russia and UK, these 5 are the countries which have the highest shares, highest global shares. Pakistan is amongst the top 10. So they accounted for 62% of global military expenditure in 2020. So if you add the shares of these 5, it will come to कि 62% तो यही 5 countries spend कर रही हैं defense expenditure जो है. Other top spenders are obviously Saudi Arabia, Germany and France. From 2011 से अगर हम ट्रेंड्स देखें, these trends from decadal trends जो होते हैं या जो पिछली सेंचुरी से अब की सेंचुरी के ट्रेंड्स होते हैं, they are very important. Yearly trends are not very much targeted by UPSC, but decadal trends or 5-year trends, they are very important. So in the previous decade from 2011 to 2020, American military expenditure has gone down. Obviously we saw that America retreated from Afghanistan, from many other countries and tried to reduce its military expenditure. So it has dropped by 10%, but China saw 76% growth. पिछले 10 साल में चाइना का जो पहले अराउंड 2010 के अराउंड मिलिट्री एक्सपेंडिचर था उसमें 76% ग्रोथ आ गई है. एंड इंडिया हैज़ सीन अ ग्रोथ ऑफ 34%. सो अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एशिया एंड ओशियानिया रीजन. सो एशिया एंड दिस ओशियानिया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया न्यूजीलैंड को हम लोग ओशियानिया बोलते हैं. सो दिस रीजन हैज़ seen the highest increase in military expenditure. We have the Indo-Pacific in this region, we have the South China Sea in this region, we have Indian Ocean in this region and Arabian Sea भी इसी region में आता है. So यहाँ की countries जो हैं बहुत tussle है, boundary disputes बहुत है, especially maritime disputes बहुत है. So here the military expenditure by all countries has increased and it was 2.5% higher in 2020 than in 2019. 47% higher as compared to the previous decade. 2011 से अब तक 47% higher expenditure है इस particular region का. So it attributed the rise primarily to increase in spending by China and India. Again, China and India are the main contributors, which together account for 62% of total military expenditure in this particular Asia-Oceania region. Again, all regions have seen an increase in military expenditure, whether it's Europe, Africa, or any other country. So this is about it. This is बहुत सारा data है, बहुत सारी details हैं. Whatever is concerning India and on a global level, that is important. Keep that and just read the rest of it so that it can stay in the back of your mind, and in case a question is asked, so you can address that properly. Moving on to Global Cybersecurity Index. Now this particular index is released by International Telecommunication Union. This index is very important from examination point of view because India का rank इसमें global rank is 10. India has moved up by 37 places as compared to the previous index, and we have got rank 10 and a score of 97.5 out of 100 in this global index. And ITU जो है, as we discussed, it is United Nations Specialized Agencies for the Telecommunication Sector. जो आपके स्पेक्ट्रम होते हैं इंटरनेट अलॉट करने के लिए, जो सैटेलाइट ऑर्बिट्स होते हैं, कौन सी कंट्री को कौन से एरिया में ऑर्बिट मिलेगा, कौन सा स्पेक्ट्रम मिलेगा, दैट इज डन बाय दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. एंड दिस इज अ रैंक विच पोर्ट्रेज इंडिया इन अ वेरी पॉजिटिव लाइट्स. सो दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इंडेक्स. इनफैक्ट PIB में भी ये कवर्ड था. सो इंडिया का रैंक इसमें 10 है. इट हैज़ मूव्ड अप बाय 37 प्लेसेस. रिमेंबर दिस, क्योंकि ये जो सिनेरियो है ये पूछ लिया जाता है. 100 के स्कोर में से 97.5 विच इज़ वेरी गुड. इन द एशिया पैसिफिक रीजन इंडिया हैज़ अ रैंक ऑफ 4. The global rank has been topped by United States, followed by the UK, Saudi Arabia and things like that. Now this ये जो ranking है, what is it about? It is about raising cyber security awareness related to cyber security. That is very important, and this particular index sees कि कौन सी country कितना awareness generate कर रही है cyber security से related, and to measure the commitment of countries to cyber security and its wide field of application cutting across industries and sectors. तो इंडिया ने बहुत सारी पॉलिसीज़, बहुत सारे इनिशिएटिव्स गवर्नमेंट ने लॉन्च किए हैं साइबर सिक्योरिटी से रिलेटेड अवेयरनेस रेज करने के लिए. पॉलिसीज़ लॉन्च की गई हैं, डेटा प्रोटेक्शन बिल्स लाए गए हैं. सो ओइंग टू दैट इंडियाज़ रैंकिंग हैज़ इंक्रीज्ड. इट हैज़ गॉट बेटर. एंड व्हाट आर द बेसिस ऑफ असेसमेंट, किस बेसिस पर मेजर किया जाता है? सो फर्स्ट वन इज़ द लीगल मेजर्स, कौन से एक्ट्स लाए गए हैं, कौन से लॉज पास किए गए हैं साइबर सिक्योरिटी को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए. सेकेंड इज़ टेक्निकल मेजर्स, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मेजर्स, कैपेसिटी डेवलपमेंट एंड कॉपरेशन. सो वी ऑलरेडी हैड सर्ट इन वर्किंग सिंस अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम. We also have dedicated centers creating awareness and helping people fight cyber security incidents from time to time on a very local level. So we have dedicated organizations also, so that's why the rank is very good. Again, talking about ITU, it is a specialized agency of United Nations. Its headquarters are in Geneva, Switzerland, and mandate we have already done it. In case you don't know about United Nations specialized agencies, तो जो इस playlist प्रीलिम्स स्प्रिंट की जो प्लेलिस्ट है हमारे चैनल पर, आप उसकी वीडियो देख सकते हैं. UN एंड इट्स स्पेशलाइज्ड एजेंसीज, 3 जो वीडियोस हैं, यूनाइटेड नेशंस एंड इट्स ऑर्गन्स एंड स्पेशलाइज्ड एजेंसीज की 2 वीडियोस हैं. सो यू कैन चेक दैट आउट और डाउनलोड द PDF in case you don't have time to watch the entire video. Download the PDF from our Telegram channel and just go through the PDF if you do not have that much time. The next one is World Employment and Social Outlook, or WESO report or WESO index. So it is released by the employment. कौन check करता है international level पे? Who checks the employment or unemployment trends or labor rights? It is released by United Nations International Labour Organization. Again, a specialized agency of United Nations. That's why this report is very important. Let's see what it is. So this report particularly says कि जो unemployment COVID-19 times में आया था, and now the kind of employment opportunities that we have. The employment opportunities are not good enough or not good in number to do away with the unemployment that has been generated by the pandemic. So it is a sad state of reality. So it says कि अभी कुछ टाइम लगेगा unemployment को कवर करने में जो कि pandemic से generate की गई है. In fact काफ़ी लोग हैं, this is the second point there, that many people have actually decided to never work again. For example, elders or people have moved to small businesses because COVID-19 pandemic, it brought a shift of mentality amongst many people. When they were staying back homes, they got that realization that what life is about. So many people actually gave up on their jobs and they'll be never returning back to the workforce. So इसका जो डेटा है that is very vast and that's not very important कि कितना unemployment है कितना नहीं है. That particular data will not be asked, but in case you see this report, just know that it is released by ILO and just some important points. Again, the next one is World Competitiveness Index and Global Competitiveness Report. So Global Competitiveness Report is released by the World Economic Forum. while the World Competitiveness Index is released by IMD, Institute for Management Development. So what these two indices do? ये जो दो चीज़ें हैं क्या करती हैं? बेसिकली एक कंट्री कितना एफर्ट मार रही है अपने सिटीजन्स को प्रॉस्परस बनाने के लिए, वो चेक किया जाता है इस पर्टिकुलर इंडेक्स के थ्रू. सो व्हाट आर द policy measures that a particular nation is bringing in to make its citizens, make its people more prosperous. So it is, checked by what are its macroeconomic policies, how are the business surviving there, investment environment kaisa hai. So all that, all those things are seen by these. So this particular index, World Competitiveness Index, it ranks just 64 economies. Unko check kiya jata hai, and India has got rank 43 in this. And that's not a very good rank out of 64, but it is what it is. So it assesses the extent to which a country promotes the prosperity of its people by measuring economic well-being through hard data and survey responses from executives. This year the rankings examine the impact of COVID-19 on economies around the world. So this is about it. India this year has gained significantly on the government efficiency कि government कितना trust maintain कर पाई है COVID-19 times में, but rank of India has not got better, and this is just remember that what does the World Competitiveness Index do and what is India's rank. More than that is not important. The next one is the Global Competitiveness Report, again released by World Economic Forum. इसका जो mandate है that is same, but it ranks almost all the countries, सिर्फ 64 countries नहीं, बहुत सारी countries होती हैं. It integrates the macroeconomic and micro या business aspects of competitiveness into a particular single index. So it assesses the ability of countries to provide high levels of prosperity to their citizens. So mandate mostly दोनों का same है, but both are like different. The next one is World Investment Report, and which is the agency which checks the investment trends all over the globe, that is UNCTAD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. So this is again a specialized agency of United Nations. So let's see what this report is saying. So this is basically checking it is monitoring global and regional investment trends and national and international policy developments. तो किस country में या ग्लोब के दुनिया के किस रीजन में इन्वेस्टमेंट कैसी है, दैट इज असेस्ड बाय UNCTAD, यूनाइटेड नेशंस कॉन्फ्रेंस फॉर ट्रेड एंड डेवलपमेंट. इट सेज दैट इंडिया इज द 5th largest receiver of FDI, foreign direct investment. So in case a question is asked that India is the 1st largest or 10th largest receiver of FDI, no, India is the 5th largest recipient of foreign direct investment, and this is the latest report that we are talking about. Also it says that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, all over the globe FDI has gone down. Obviously companies के पास पैसे नहीं थे and कुछ motivation नहीं था because people were not spending a lot. So FDI has decreased all over the globe, but in the Asia region, especially in large economies like China and India, FDI has increased. And India में जो increase है that is in the information and communication industry. So this is very important that ICT industry की वजह से India में FDI increase हुआ है. So this is about it, that it just says that in this region इतना गिर गया, उस region में उतना गिर गया. You just have to remember India's state, that's all. Now the next one is Global Survey on Digital and Sustainable Trade Facilitation. Again this is very important because it has been comprehensively covered by Ministry of Finance on the PIB website, and this is very important also because India का इसमें performance बहुत अच्छा है. So let's see what is it about. So first of all you have to remember that it is released by UNESCAP, United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia Pacific Region. Asia Pacific Region में जो countries fall in करती हैं वो economic and social benefit के लिए क्या measures ले रही हैं या वहाँ का benefit promote करने के लिए on the economic and social front. This agency of United Nations is there in place. So as you can see here that the government reported, the Ministry of Finance reported that there is significant improvement in India's ranking in United Nations Global Survey on Digital and Sustainable Trade Facilitation. So जो international trade है या cross border trade है उसको facilitate करने के लिए डिजिटल मेजर्स क्या लिए गए हैं, उसको आसान बनाने के लिए क्या मेजर्स लिए गए हैं, स्पेशली द डिजिटल मेजर्स एंड सस्टेनेबल ट्रेड की ट्रेड लॉन्ग टर्म में भी सस्टेन कर पाए, डजेंट हार्म द एनवायरनमेंट, डजेंट हार्म द communities residing in other parts of the world or in your own country. So what are these measures? What is India's score in that? So 5 ऐसे indicators होते हैं जिस पर assessment की गई है. What are these? transparency, formalities, institutional arrangement and cooperation, paperless trade, very important, and cross-border paperless trade. So these are the 5 measures. Again, this is very important, read it thoroughly. And it has taken 58 trade facilitation measures हैं World Trade Organization के, it has taken those into account to check the performance of countries. A higher score for a country, for example अगर इंडिया का high score आ गया, India has got a score of around 90 upon 100, तो और countries motivate होती हैं ऐसी countries के साथ trade करने के लिए. So a higher score for a country also helps businesses in their investment decisions. So India has scored like 90.32 in the 2021 survey, and it is the best performing country when compared to South and Southwest Asian region and Asia Pacific region, जहाँ का average score is this. काफ़ी सारी OECD countries हैं जो कि mostly developed और बहुत rich countries हैं, उन OECD countries से भी better score है इंडिया का. So that is a very commendable performance. Here are the details of this article that was published by Ministry of Finance and PIB. I'm sure it is not visible to you, but you can download the PDF later, and if you want to read the details, if you are very inquisitive about the details, you can check from here कि transparency पे 100% improvement हुआ है. There is like 100 on 100 score from 93.3. formalities पे कितना है, cross border paperless trade पे कितना है. So you can check that for yourself, but this is not very important. Just read it once when you are going through the PDF. Otherwise सारे important points हमने cover कर लिए. The next one is Global Innovation Index. Very important from examination point of view. सेपरेट क्वेश्चन भी पूछा जा सकता है कि ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स कौन रिलीज करता है, या इसकी डिटेल्स भी पूछी जा सकती हैं. सो लेट्स सी. सो द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इज दैट इट इज़ रिलीज बाय वर्ल्ड इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी से जो भी रिसर्च एंड एनालिसिस, डेटा एनालिसिस किया जाता है, दैट इज़ carried out by this particular organization in partnership with the Portulans Institute. The second part is not very important, but WIPO is very important. So India का जो rank है वो 2 points से improve हो गया है. India has climbed 2 spots in its ranking, and our rank is 46 out of 131 countries. In fact जो lower middle income countries हैं world की, उसमें इंडिया का rank second है. So let's see. India stands at 46th spot on Global Innovation Index 2021 as compared to 48th rank in 2020. It is obviously topped by the Scandinavian nations, United States and things like that. Switzerland हो गया आपका, Sweden, United States, UK and Korea. They are in the top 5. And जो science and engineer graduates हैं इंडिया के, they say that these are the strengths of India. ये लोग हैं जो कि innovation promote कर रहे हैं, सबसे ज़्यादा innovation इस side से आ रही है. So this is something that you have to remember. Apart from this, ये जो index है Global Innovation Index, what it does it gives a check to the government कि उनको पता लगता है कि हमने कौन सी social और economic policies लेकर आनी है कि innovation promote हो सके हमारी country में. To promote innovation in their particular countries, people or nation heads understand their status from this particular index. And इनोवेशन जितनी ज़्यादा होती है उतना ज़्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट होती है जीडीपी में, उतनी ज़्यादा एम्प्लॉयमेंट इम्प्रूव होती है. सो दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इंडेक्स फॉर द गवर्नमेंट्स ऑल्सो एंड फॉर अस ऑल्सो फॉर एग्जाम. So as you can see that it categorizes countries by their income criteria into high income, upper middle income, lower middle income and low income. India stands here, lower middle income में India का and here our rank is 2. We stand at second rank here after Vietnam, and the third one is Ukraine. So, and what are the world's most innovative countries? As you can see, the Switzerland is at top, followed by Sweden, US, UK, and in top 10 countries में India का rank नहीं है. Again, you can be fooled by UPSC as a statement कि इसमें India का rank 10 आ गया. इतनी सारी rankings याद करनी पड़ती हैं तो confusion हो जाता है. But in the innovation index, we are at 46th place. We are not in top 10. And just remember about the science and engineering graduates, this fact regarding them. So this is all for today. If there are any left out indices or reports that are important from exam point of view, they'll be covered in time. And make sure that you download the PDF for this presentation from the link in the description. Now we'll meet on Monday with another important topic. Keep working hard, finish your targets on time, and revise as much as you can. It's very important at this stage of time. All the best.